we had 60 videos created last year. We wanted the keywords that we wanted to be found for in the titles, and we were doing a how-to video. So there was like several angles coming into it. There's the personal aspect that we had talked about, but there is a commercial reality to what we're doing. So we wanted 60 videos covering the full range of what it was we were as a company. Lovely. This year, we only want to do 15 videos. That's key objective. And as you can imagine, by reducing the number of videos by 75%, it gives us, I think, an ability to focus in on the 15 videos and probably iteratively get better at them to a point whereby we just feel that's polished and professional.
So it's reducing the quantity but increasing the quality of the content then, yeah?
The second objective, there's to be more of a journey line of us through the podcasts from the start, which is July of 2025. This is the first one looking back whimsically on the previous season, to the completion in the summertime of looking back on what we achieved over that period of time. Instead of, yes, there will be an element of qualitative, how we've advanced on, how we've improved, how we've got things better. That will come out in terms of the videographers going less time to edit and whatever, but there'll be a quantitative aspect to this, and that quantitative aspect will be the increased viewers, engagement metrics, all of the trends that you can see in YouTube. We'll be seeing that from the start to the end, a faster approach to trend analysis. Would that be fair enough? Because I think that is very important as we move through AI. It's that iterative making things faster and better, and I don't think we were there last year. We were humans.
Yeah.
We took longer to do it, and our journey line was one of trusting each other. You can do it individually, singularly. If you look at YouTube, the people that are advocating the trend analysis tend to be the ones that are single person doing it, because they are able to critique themselves in real time with nothing else to do. I think once you're looking at other people's, you don't want to be too critical, sure you don't. Like, you don't want to criticize me so much. You're quite happy to, but you don't want to. And I think that this key objective of coming out of this one is not to be nasty about what we're about, to sort of look at the data and say, look at how much more engaging, look at how much fall off reduces as a result of this moment in time, and sort of analyze it like that. And I would like to have, by the end of this season, a sort of like a formula, which is the slowest way of losing your audience. And that's why the podcast within the season will probably be focused in on the quantitative data rather than a repetition of how we feel. The fourth, we analyze what we've done and we're happy with what we've done, and we can say to ourselves, what's the next step? Is there going to be a next step? And when will that next step be? And that also, we are excited to take that next step. If we don't come through this season and say, can't wait to next season, can't wait to next summer 2026, then I think that we will have failed in this season in terms of an objective, because unless you can enjoy the journey that you're on, what's the point?
I've been here 5 years and I've watched the different processes, and I've watched all the different ways that you've explored before, and I've done most of the roles done in the office. I've packed in the warehouse. I've now, in the past 2 summers, obviously been on the camera exploring that angle, and that links into the next one, the connection with you. You've known me since I was 18, and you've seen me grow as a person the same way I've seen the company grow and change. That was through, I just finished my A-levels. I've done 2 degrees through COVID, where we trauma bonded in the warehouse in that like scorching heat, packing baskets, a lot of them sympathy baskets. It was a real weird, unusual time to look back on for everybody, obviously for different reasons. I'd say a third reason that you have me here is that communication that I have with you, and that I'm able, that is, talking is something that I'm comfortable with. It's what I do every day, and yes, it contradicts what I've said, but I am learning like new skills of communication, but it is something that I did have a base like skill of, that it's something that I can explain, I can break things down. And then I'd say the fourth is just the like continuation of the project. I was here last year, I'm here this year, maybe I'll be here next year. You hope.
I think everybody that's involved in small business at this stage, knowing what's coming down the line in terms of AI, automation of business processes, techniques, staffing. I think everybody's thinking to themselves, am I going to be here next year? And I think if you're not, I think that you're not aware of what's coming down the line in terms of Anthropic and ChatGPT and these automation processes. I can't see very many businesses surviving through it, but you've got to try. What I'm keen to do is take small businesses and say, okay, well, what are the stages that you have to go through in order to have a chance of all of these agents swarming over you? Because it's no longer just agents coming across to your website and your content, it's agent swarms. How can we produce and build our own agents? We are responsible here for building YouTube agents, engagement agents, really, which assist and help us rather than we are expected to interface with all of these agentic swarms, because they just will overwhelm us with their ability to assimilate data and spit out plays of what they recommend you should do. You should even see it now in terms of trending analysis. Do you follow trending analysis, or do you stick to your own subject matter? And I think that's something that we'll investigate this season, is starting to bring in trending and asking ourselves, well, how far away from our lane do we go in order to expand our reach?